Hello everyone, and welcome to another IGCSE Helpers video. Today, I will be continuing to solve the Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 2 from May-June 2017. Last time, I went over questions 7 through 12 from pages 3 and 4. Today, I will be going over pages 5 and 6, so pages 13 through 17. So, let's start with question 13. Solve the inequality. 3n minus 11 is greater than 5n minus 18. So, to start off, we want to get all the n's on one side and all the numbers on the other. So to achieve this, well, to end up with a positive value, we want to move the 18 over to this side, as this negative will become a plus. Meanwhile, we want to keep the 11 here, as that will keep the numbers all on one side. The 5 can stay where it is, and the 3n will be moved to this side and will become negative. So, we end up with 18 minus 11 is greater than 5n minus 3n. Bit wobbly there. This then results in 7 is greater than 2n. And this isn't enough, so we need to divide both sides by 2. And that should give us our final answer of 3.5 is greater than n. And that solves our inequality. Next up, we're going to work out question 14. So, 14a. 125 to the power of 2/3. This 2/3 works like this. The top number is the power. The bottom number is the roots. So if I have 125 to the power of 2/3, it's like putting 125 cube rooted and then squared. So the cube root of 125 is 5, as 5 cubed equals 125. Then squared, 5 squared, equals 25. So my final answer for A will be 25. Next, 14b. It's 1 over 3 in brackets to the power of negative 2. So a negative value means that I'm going to be putting it under 1. So it'll look like this. 1 over 3 squared. Remember to always include brackets. Then we square 1/3. So that gives us 1 over 9. As 3 squared is 9, and 1 squared is 1. 1 over 1/9 is actually a simple calculation. How many times does 1/9 go into 1? Simply put, it's 9. And that's our final answer for 14b. Moving on to question 15. Make q the subject of the formula. P equals 2q squared. So for this question, we want to turn it into a question that instead of p equals, we get q equals, as is shown by our answer here. So what we've got to do is that first, we remove the 2 from 2q squared. So we get p divided by 2. As when we divide both sides by 2, we get p divided by 2 and q squared. Now once we have this, we have to get this squared away from the q. So we're going to do the same and move the square onto the other side, which means we're square rooting it. And if we square root both sides, we get square root of p over 2 equals q. But remember, a square root can be plus or minus. So our final answer should be q equals plus minus square root of p over 2. And that's our answer to question 15. If you show this stage of your working, that's how you land that second point in this exercise. Moving on to question 16. On a computer, this is a little harder to do, as I do not have the appropriate sketching tools for this. However, this will be showing my best attempt. 16a, using a straight edge and compasses only, construct a bisector of angle BAC. Now, why not ABC? BAC means A is the center angle, if you will. So, we could draw a bisector from B down to AC. However, as A is in the center, we're going to be drawing a bisector from A to BC. Now, this line isn't going to be the straightest because I'm drawing it on a computer, but bear with me. Fair enough. And that should be your answer to A. 16b, shade the region inside the triangle that is nearer to AC than AB. So this is AB. So this region is nearer to AB. So we want the region closer to AC, which is this line. Which means this bottom region here is what should be shaded. And that is your answer to B. Next, question 17. We are given a triangle with A, B, and C, with points A, B, and C. BC is 8.15. Angle B is 30 degrees, and angle A is 110 degrees. What we're going to do is calculate AC. Keep in mind, this is not to scale. So, to calculate AC, we're going to need to use the sine rule. Which is A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C. These small values here refer to the sides opposite to the angle. So small a is the side opposite to angle A. So we have large A here. That means 8.15 is A. So we are definitely using this in the equation. AC is what we are looking for. It also happens to be opposite of B. So we will definitely be using this one in our equation. C, we are not given angle C, and we are not given side C, nor are we asked to look for it. So C over sine C can be ignored. So now we have A over sine A equals B over sine B. You can label this for personal preference. Now, to continue, we replace the values we are given. You will need a calculator for this exercise. So first, we get 8.15 over sine 110. And that is equal to B, which will remain unknown, over sine 30. Now keep in mind that in this case, B equals AC. So you can write it as B or as AC. Next, as we want to get B on its own, so we can calculate what it is, so we result with an equation with b equals, we need to multiply this side of the equation by sine 30. So we end up with 8.15 times sine 30 all over sine 110. Now, when you put that into your calculator, you should get a result of 4.337, or 4.3365. I've just rounded the 6 and 5 into a 7. However, since they usually want you to give your answers in 3 significant figures, as we discussed in an earlier video, we're going to round it even further. So our final answer will be 4.34 meters. And that is our final answer to question 17. I hope this video was helpful to you, and tune in next week for a continuation of this series. Thanks for your attention, and I hope to see you next time.